Alright, welcome back, you pieces of shits. We are continuing onward with Road to Kim Jong-gi, I'm Going Bald, where I shave my head and speak in Korean. And also, like, subscribe, all that shit, right? Yeah, or fuck off. Something like that. I don't even have the energy to beg for likes and subscribes right now, but I will do so because that's what a real YouTuber does. But that's like that's the gist of it, or that's the extent of it right now. The more I look at this, the more I dislike it. And I do think I fucked this up yesterday. I think the biggest thing I need to do is have more intentional lines, right? Like this should, if this is all gonna be dark, then this should all be fur, right? Something like that. I know as a beginner that my lines don't have much intention. Like I'm very well aware that this is messy. Like don't worry, I'm very well aware. It's a bit difficult, obviously, because A, I'm shit. B, I'm not too sure how to be less shit. You know? I think the biggest thing is to obviously think about the form of the fur and the lines that I put down. That's obviously a big one, so I'm trying to think about that now. I'm really excited to move forward with this. Unfortunately, I didn't draw for a second bout yesterday. I don't know, my brain was just so dead after piano. Like, even piano was very difficult. But, yeah, drawing from imagination clearly, as your boy Broken Draw did tell me, it really does test you, you know? And I think I'm just having fun visualizing and trying to figure things out. Like, I got a bit inspired yesterday because I watched a video from Artwad, like on a reel on Instagram. I was doom scrolling as you do, and I found, uh, hold up, I saw a video on like making armor that Antonio did, like a reel or whatever, and now I'm thinking maybe I can make this sort of an armor plating instead, like armor pants, armor skirt almost. It's not gonna make much sense, I don't know, but something like this, right? If that makes sense, like this sort of texture. I think it's interesting, right? Is it gonna work fully? Maybe, maybe not, but as long as I keep visualizing it, hopefully it does have its place, right? Like again, like over here, because that's basically where his torso ends, right? Somewhere along that. I'm not like, the more I look at it, the less I'm sure whether it's three-dimensional enough as well. But you know, we're getting there. Um, I made a huge beginner mistake that Antonio has mentioned in some of his other Instagram reels as well, which is beginners, we like to put the entire side of something, you know, we like to show off the entirety. I didn't even realize I was doing this. I personally was just trying to think of an interesting angle, but I guess subconsciously, an interesting angle was also a comfortable angle where there wasn't much foreshortening involved, clearly, because like it's like this, right? You're showing the entirety of the thing. Well, he suggests to challenge yourself and to make it more less amateurish. Because again, this is just like this is the position that's happening. It's just what the fuck, like it's just fuck. I can't do it. But this is like two things going in this direction, right, to the left. Versus if this arm, maybe if this guy was holding it more and facing the camera, i.e., like the viewer, us, right? Like in my mind, then there would have been foreshortening and it would have been more interesting. Like this is kind of but this already, or this, like anything that's requires foreshortening is a bit more it's signs of an intermediate artist, I believe. Okay, I think I fucked this up. So it should be like that, right? Something like this. I don't know if this is correct, but I'm just trying to think about it three-dimensionally. Like how would that look? Who knows if this is accurate? I think maybe I should have figured out a more consistent rhythm before attempting this. but can't even fucking see down there. And again, the quick lines aren't helping me here either. But I'm just trying to figure it out. Right, we just need to indicate the form. It's really all that matters, right? I can add detail afterwards. Do I even need to add detail there? Maybe not, but knowing me, that I think that is like my biggest beginner issue right now is just add detail because I don't know what the fuck else to do, right? And technically what I do know to do right now is just to indicate form. So how do you indicate form? By just adding more and more fucking unnecessary detail, obviously. It's the number one way to go about it. But let's see if I can make this a little less. Maybe we can just indicate like little middle textures. Like that, right? Yeah, I think that works because it's still a form indication of sorts. But I'm hopefully not getting sucked into the rabbit hole of just adding detail for the sake of adding detail. Actually, I probably technically am, but this is probably a bit better than what I was doing before, right? Still a little bit of three-dimensionality, right? The armor plating is, of course, whatever this version of armor plating is, of course, a bit inconsistent, but I think it's okay. It's nothing incredible, of course, but it is what it is. But yeah, I have a really cool idea for the background of this, which I think is really gonna set everything in perspective. No pun intended. Blah, 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 blah. So again, is this really accurate or makes sense? Probably not, right? And maybe we can even add a little bit of depth by making the line weight heavier where things interact, right? Or intersect. I mean, again, I'm a total beginner. In 5 years, this will be a lot better, of course, right? So I don't think this is bad at all for 2 years and 5 months of drawing now, or shit, it's been 6 months. I started November 1st, 2022, so 2 years will be 2024, December, January, February, March, April. Okay, it's been basically 2 years and 5.5 months since I started drawing, right? And actually just started drawing. I didn't do any drawing before that, apart from as a kid and once or twice over decades. But watch my intro video if you want to know how long I've drawn for, because I break it down very not succinctly at all. I fucking ramble horribly, but I do get my point across, I think, which is that I did not draw up until I decided to draw 2 years ago. Like that's where my actual rep started, and literally like that's when it started. I wasn't fucking always drawing, and then I decided to take it seriously, and suddenly I'm so much better now. No, like I just didn't draw. I'm extreme beginner, and it shows in my line work. Okay, I guess I've bastardized this enough, but let's just add a little bit more line weight. Whee! Which doesn't really make sense. I don't know. And then after this is going to be the fun part. Well, this is already really fun. And it kind of looks like armor, which I think is a plus, right? Because, you know, as they say, the first step to getting good at something is sucking really hard. You want to slobber. You want it to be a sloppy sucking as well. Okay, I guess I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh shit, I moved the page. Keep it centered. Let me rest my brain. And then it's time to really start visualizing this perspective, right? Because I have some ideas, but it depends on how well I can obviously execute it. So Oh, fuck. Yeah, almost spilled my tea all over me. But let us see what we can do now that I have. I don't know what to rhyme this with. A vision? That doesn't fucking work. Okay, so. Hmm. This is gonna be. It's like, I'm just trying to figure out where I start off first, right? Okay, I guess I can start off here. It's gonna be a lot of ghosting involved, but. Okay. Yeah, might as well just start off like this. Okay, now this is the fun part, because I really have to focus on visualizing the entire perspective, right? Okay, so we got that. And there you go, something like that, right? Obviously, these are just random shapes I'm making. And let's see. Okay, so this ended up being a lot more intense than I expected. But again, makes sense because that's where my horizon line is. Roughly, exactly what I was kind of. This is basically what I'm going for. I'm just trying to think. And again, like the perspective is going to have issues for sure. But the main thing is, how can I make it work for me? Okay, so this is obviously something that's going to be a bit difficult to visualize, but must be done. Okay. Something like that. And then again, I think the perspective is going to be a bit off for this. Because thinking about the entire thing is actually very difficult. But let's see if I could make it work. Something like this. So that does not look like a helicopter at all. This is... But it's my helicopter. He's supposed to be being hunted down by a helicopter, but let's see. There you go. That's a helicopter, right? What if I just defraud it a little bit? Do that. Something like that. That is not a helicopter, but it's my first attempt at visualizing a helicopter, which is big. There you go, let's do this. I think you're all starting to see kind of what I'm trying to do, right? Because I did mention he's being hunted. So speaking of being hunted, he's now being hunted by his own kind. Dun dun dun! There you go, see? This man has a bullet. Put it straight at him. Or a bullet, a fucking sniper. Put it straight at him. I do wonder if the audience can hear all that banging that happens every now and then. Right? This guy's fucking pissed because they've been slaughtered. They've been slaughtered because this dipshit didn't want to fucking go through the official process of changing his name. Okay, so there's that. And what else? Let's see. Okay. Again, I have to kind of make this make sense to me, right? Is that converging a bit too fast? Maybe. But it's probably the only way I'm gonna be able to do this is like so. Okay, I have an idea here and I have an idea here. Yeah, it's already kind of fucked in terms of the perspective, but this is the difficult part, right? And this is the fun part, in my opinion, because this is where we can start experimenting with things. Okay, so we're gonna have. Well, let me rest my brain first. Yeah, this is amazing. When you actually add perspective, there's so much. There's so much to think about. So, yeah, let me rest my brain. But yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, and it already isn't perfect at all, because this is supposed to be coming out more through here, which I unintentionally made this line. Fuck, that was an accident. It's okay, we'll be able to work with that. So, thinking about the perspective. Let me do something like. Hmm. These are just random shapes I'm adding, which don't really make much sense. I don't know, maybe he's storing bullets in there. Because these guys are pissed now, right? They're like, you literally fucking took away everything we had, which is our Unga Bunga names. And now we're coming for your Bunga, my friend. This is a great way for me to actually practice. Kind of drawing the same character, right? Fucking it up a little bit, but it's okay. I'm just trying to keep things relatively the same. Right, because they're sneaking up on him. So, I don't know if this is the right size, relatively speaking, right? But, I'm gonna have to try my best. Oh, wait. Maybe I should give this guy something. This is gonna be hard, of course, but I'm just trying to think about something. Obviously, his helmet's fucking way too small, so let's just make it a bit bigger. Right? And this is part of the design, because I'm adding random stripes. There you go. Look at that. Now it's actually intentional. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Jesus Christ. But if you add enough random lines, again, these guys, they don't know war like him, so they're just picking up random scraps that they found, right? They're just picking up random scraps that they found, and they're emulating what they think a helmet is. But do they really know what a helmet is? No, they don't. Right? No, they don't at all. Which is why it makes no sense. Not because the artist keeps forgetting the perspective, and definitely not because the artist doesn't know how to design a helmet. That would be heresy. I kind of want to keep the eyes white. They make it look more menacing. Okay. So this is a mannequin, so I have to think about it like a mannequin. And again, these guys aren't built for war like he is, right? So they are... they're kind of naked. And what else? Well, this guy should be kneeling. So we should have something like... Let me actually make the contour lines a bit more. Okay, what's a cool pose? Okay, this is a cool pose. Just trying to think how they should be grabbing these things. Because again, they're not fucked like he is, right? They don't have all this stuff. They're just normal, hairy, ape-looking species things, which names have like ooga booga dooga dooga, all that stuff, right? I should have more teeth here, right? And okay, let's really try to visualize this. How would this arm be grabbing? They do have the same type's arms. This is what their arms are like, actually. Their hands, I guess we could say. So... there you go, indicate a shoulder. Roughly there. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so this is going to be really difficult. And then... let's make a... like a blade, I guess. The perspective's kind of off. But... kind of what I was going for. Right? It's a blade. Oh, this is why drawing for imagination is so difficult. Because I expected this to be, should have been bigger, more foreshortened, but kind of would have messed with this, I guess. So yeah, either way, I mean, it's difficult, right? That's the whole point. Now we need this piece of shit to be standing. Well, I made him too big is actually the issue. So we can just have him crouching instead. Right? And we could actually make this the perspective. Right, that's just the curb. And oh yeah, I guess that works now. Something like that. And what else? Okay, if he's kneeling down, then definitely should be seeing like the back of his feet. I don't know what the fuck to make his feet. This guy doesn't have feet. Now let's just make them normal feet. Fuck it. Yeah, they just have normal feet. Oh, that's so awkward. That is so fucking shit. Shirt? Shit. But then this guy's foot is a bit forward here. Again, I'm just trying to like indicate the form right now. And again, I'm doing a pretty meh job. But there you go. You can see he's kind of kneeling and he's like, oh God! But over here is where the real shit is. Which is a giant fucking site. And we're gonna show how big it is because even though it's in the back, it's fucking huge. What does this site look like? There you go. I guess that should be enough. Yeah, this doesn't really make too much sense because I wasn't visualizing it properly. This just looks like a fucking banana peel. This literally looks like a banana peel. What the fuck? Well, they are monkey people, right? That's a very sharp banana peel. So yeah. And I guess they're usually naked, so let's just have like a tiny like eye. This guy's fucking pissed. Right. A little bit more of a sneer. Right, they're out for blood. There you go. And maybe this guy also has grenades that he found along the way, right? Right, something like that. And obviously this arm is overlapping, so we're not going to see the entire grenade pouch, I think. This really is an Allahu Akbar moment here. This is just fucking terrorists fighting terrorists, right? Are they terrorists? Maybe they're part of an insurgent group instead. And they're hunting him because he refused to join their just cause, which is the fact that they don't like the fact that they look like monkeys and they want to look more like reptiles. But unfortunately, genetics are a bitch, right? So that's their cause. And he said, no, I'd rather just stick to just fighting the whole name shit. And they got really butthurt. They're like, bro, come on. You think you're gonna win this name war? All right, it's just what you're born with. And then he's like, well, I could say the exact same thing to you. You're literally born as what you are too. And they got really butthurt by his logic, so they decided it was time to put an end to his life. Because why fight your own internal battle when you could just fight someone else, ignore your personal struggles, right? Why should we be self-aware when we can just hurt those who reject our lack of self-awareness? That's exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately for them, they're literally using fucking banana peels and shittily drawn swords against a man who has fucking weapons for arms and a rocket launcher attached to his back. Or just a rocket in general, right? So yeah, they're kind of shit out of luck. And the thing is, they actually do have skills. It's just that their feet are very scaly. And they want more. They sort of tasted Pandora's box. Right? And now they want more. This looks so fucking retarded. This looks so stupid. All this work put into this, and then this is the best I could come up with in the back. Sad. And this is what happens when you don't know how to draw fur. It's okay. I'll just overload it with details so it doesn't look as bad. right? Isn't that the best way to go about it? When in doubt, just keep adding more and more detail. See, again, like this guy's looking this way and they're looking at him. So, kind of shit out of luck, right? This really might be his last stand. Which is sad, because he had a good thing going with the whole genocide thing, right? This is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie though. Just being able to create a story, no matter how shit. I mean, I think my biggest issue is I didn't start with I thought I was form indicating, but I was just creating a really bad silhouette, obviously, right? And that sort of resulted in this, which again I don't know what it is, but I'm committed now. So let's just give this piece of shit some more fur down here, and call it a day. So yeah, he's got a helicopter. He's got people after him. He's not done good. He has not done good. He keeps pissing everybody off. Right? Maybe just add some like tiling here. Then I can just... This is like a curb, I guess. Sure, something like that. God, this drawing's gonna go on forever. It's been fucking 40 minutes and this is the best I can come up with. Nobody's watching this video. And fucking by golly, they should not. Okay, what else? These people need to know what it means to be angry, right? Now he kind of just has a unibrow. Let's see if I can fix that. Maybe this ear should have been a bit bigger. More distinct. Right? Well, again, this never looked like an ear in the first place. There you go. Kind of contact shadow there. Or cast shadow? I guess that's a cast shadow. I have no fucking idea. But yeah, these people are very upset. Because again... Jesus Christ, bro, this looks so bad. But it's okay, because that's how we learn. We learn because it's bad, right? All that fucking shit I preach. What the hell is this? What the fuck did I do here? Holy shit. Holy shit. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh my god, what have I done? Okay, I guess I'm trying to define it a bit more, which is nice. Something. Great Tamil movie, by the way. Let's see, there's some fuckers here who are also like, hey, get him. Get him. This guy is not driving, by the way. That's why this helicopter is gonna crash. Because he's not driving. Let's see. Well, I guess I can add some architecture while I'm at it. What is... There's a video by Kim Jung he was just kind of doing stuff like this. Right? Just kind of... We do stuff like that to add architecture. Again, fucking keeping that perspective in mind is pretty difficult. But I can just keep trying. right? It's a bit off, but it's what it is. Something like that. Add some three-dimensionality, and then maybe there's a something like this. And I don't know, this is... It's architecture things. You can't really explain it, you just have to accept it. Right, architecture, woo! We can just say this is like a window pane. Right? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's just... Okay. And what else? I would like to render this a bit more. There you go, and then that also goes down like that. Cool. Right, because that's architecture again. Trying to make sense of it all, obviously. I have no idea what's going on. Man, drawing people is hard. Drawing bodies is hard. This is why I gotta practice figure more, right? I'm excited to see where this goes as I continue to draw more figures. Because right now it's very basic, right? The understanding of the mannequin. And I've never drawn mannequins in like different poses or anything either, right? So, but that's on me. Like I didn't think ahead enough, which is also another thing, right? You gotta keep thinking. Maybe this is what's gonna happen here. There's a lot more of this. You know, sometimes it's good to have just random lines interspersed throughout. In this case, is it good? Who fucking knows? But it's creating visual contrast. And again, I'm really trying to think about the entire perspective while I do this, right? Which is the most important thing for me. After I line these, I'm going to take a mental break. Because I don't think I've taken that many. Yeah, when in doubt, just make shit up. That seems to be the MO. Okay, cool. This needs to go. There you go. Yeah, let me rest my brain. I have no idea what any of this is, but it's still very fun. It's still very fun, right? Just trying to figure out architecture and all that stuff. Maybe I'll just add more windows and like finish this up on this side, right? Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But yeah, this is clearly an attempt at a curvilinear perspective. Keyword on the word attempt, right? Because again, I've already kind of fucked it up here, right? Like it's already kind of fucked there. But attempts are attempts, right? Very deep, I know. Just trying to add some, I guess, lines to make it more interesting, right? Let's see, what type of fucking ellipse is this? It's more like that, right? And then we can have something like this. Cool. And what else? Well, still obviously gonna just keep going. Right, same with this road. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Alabama, Ida Montana's country roads. That's not even a product placement. I genuinely vouch for their products because I used to work there for 2 years. Or 1 year. Yeah, just trying to keep all the perspective in mind. Right. This would be something like this. And then we can do something like this. I think that makes sense. Right? Because then we could do something like this. And then it's just a matter of following the contour. Obviously, I don't know if I'm doing a fucking great job, but it's something, right? And how should we end it back here? Well, maybe we can just keep it fairly simple, because I want to add like windows and shit here as well, right? Kind of building sort of atmosphere, but it's already kind of fucking it up as it is because I fucked up the perspective. Oh no, I really did fuck up the perspective. It's not supposed to meet just yet. Or maybe I didn't fuck it up. Right? Maybe there's a way to salvage this. There you go. So now it's like really, really getting smaller and smaller. I don't fucking know, bro. It's fucked. It's fucked. Let's just acknowledge that the perspective is warped and it's fucked, right? But it's what it is. Oh fuck me! I got a fart. Damn, that was loud. I don't usually have loud farts. Holy shit, that's impressive. There you go. Something something. Yonakum Yonakum. Again, just another Tamil movie. It's literally just called Something Something. But it's a good movie. Very nostalgic for me. And it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Right? I'm sure many people don't even know that Tamil people exist. So here I am to tell you, we are here. And we were the first. I believe we were the first distinct race. Right? Tamil people have a lot of pride in their culture. And I think everybody should have pride in their culture, despite what they are, even if they are inferior. But yeah, like we're very proud of the fact that Tamil is, as far as we know, the first or one of the first language. It's always hotly debated between Tamil and Sanskrit. But yeah, I mean, it's an old ass language, right? We can't always date back to the beginning of time. At the end of the day, language is just a bunch of noises that are articulated to define the world around us, right? And then written language is symbols to reflect that articulation. So I'm sure there were many languages before Tamil. This is probably just one of the few that's quote unquote stood the test of time in terms of historical documentation. But yeah, I'm Tamil. Some guy asked me, someone commented on one of my videos being like, "Oh, you're Tamil," and I just made some stupid ass joke about how I'm actually white. So it's pretty funny. I laughed. I did lol quite a bit. Okay. This is actually looking something. It's looking like something, which is nice. Again, this is just my first attempt at some sort of perspective. So I'm not, this isn't, it's not always going to be perfect. But I'm actually very, very happy that even I could just kind of do something with it, right? And keeping the perspective in mind is huge. But there's a lot to my visual library that is lacking, of course, because I don't know how to draw a helicopter. Look at that. That doesn't make any sense. It should have been more like this. But it's okay. You know what? Maybe we can. That's like maybe it's like a dual blade type thing, right? How would that look actually? If I were to add extra blades, how would that look? Completely forgot to give it depth as well. I wonder how that would look. But why don't we just add form indications for the time being? Ha ha ha. When in doubt, form indicate. Let's fucking go. Now it looks like a real helicopter. Yeah, give this bigger blades as well. There you go. Obviously, they're like shooting. They're aiming to shoot shit at him. Ended up being a bit way too small, but that's what it is. Again, just trying to intuitively keep the perspective in mind, like half intuition, half calculation, right? I guess I should clarify my comment of what I believe Tamil people to be the first distinct race, from my knowledge, which could very well be wrong. So please do correct me, because I always like learning, especially anything anthropology, history, right? In terms of just, I guess, what would the word be? Paleontology, like that type of stuff. So, from my understanding, Tamil people were the first Africans who migrated out, and they were Dravidians, right? If that's correct, I'm not too sure. If there's a lot more nuance to it, please do let me know. I just like to parrot that shit to feel special. But again, historical accuracy is more important than self masturbation, right? This is really fun. Again, even if it's shit, it's very fun. Just adding little textures, right? Following the form. This is the shit that keeps me alive. The biggest thing is I'm just not judging my work, and I'm saying it's shit, blah blah blah, but genuinely I'm just having so much fun. I'm having so much fucking fun. It's just so cool. This should obviously be darker, I assume, but why don't we just, there you go, like roof shillings, right? Like that. Yeah, I do think it should be darker in here, so we can even do this. Yeah, dude, I can actually spend a lot of time on this one, and I think I will. again, drawing from imagination is just supposed to be sort of just therapeutic, right? Like, yeah, you think a lot, and I'm always thinking about the form and perspective as much as I can. And I'm doing that right now, obviously. Like, I'm really trying to think about the form and the perspective, but it's also just very fun to do. And this is, I think what I'm doing right now is just building value, right? We're darkening it by adding more lines. And that's the thing, like, I'm trying to think of this as an actual tunnel-like structure. I think to create believable stuff, apart from knowing the form, you must believe that it exists, right? We must believe that this is real. You know, even if I shit on, oh, this guy doesn't look real, blah, 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 I have to believe that in this world, this is normal, you know, and I have to think to my utmost on how to make it look more normal, right? So that's just what I'm trying to focus on. Let's just create some room for this sword, so it does have some sort of, like, you can see that it does exist, right? We need to give it some space. But oh yeah, what was I was over here. Cool. See, now the values have been improved, I think. It's already been an hour, holy shit. But let me just add this for my own sake. This should have been a lot more curved. That's actually the issue. Like, it's too straight. There you go. It's adding sort of like window-like things. I've already fucked that up somehow. See, it's just about believability. And that's how we make it. So even if the perspective is wonky and off, it still has some sort of cohesion, right? We can even do something like, this is a bit of chamfering, right? There, see? Now it already looks a bit better. There you go, see? Now it's like, okay, buildings of sorts, right? This is a lived-in space, possibly. But let me rest my brain. I know this kind of looks really fucky here. Maybe I can do something to fix that. But who knows? Who knows? I've been experimenting a lot, just trying to figure things out. As you can see, it's very difficult. You can think of the perspective and be like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, but to actually apply it is a bit fucky. And I think over here, I'm just gonna add foliage. Yeah, probably just add foliage here. But yeah, let me rest my brain. Yeah, it goes to show how much time art takes. In an hour, all I've really managed to accomplish is a general background and a character, right? Doesn't really make much sense. But There you go. I think this will also be important in, wait, shit, establishing the perspective. There you go. And of course, I'm just going to draw it through because I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit. There you go. Cool. That kind of establishes it a bit more, although it is kind of disconnected, which is on me. Right? I should have seen that a bit better. But yeah. Okay, cool. Should I just cap it? Cap it here? Well, it's been an hour. Maybe let's just add a bit more like hair on this guy just to pretend like I did something. Yeah, I can't wait. Like, this is awesome, because if this is me with my current level of understanding and knowledge for mannequins and shapes, imagine another 2 years and 5.5 months from now, right? Like that's the exciting part, is just knowing there's always growth ahead as long as we try. This will be like here. Yeah, okay. So we could do that, and that. So this seems a lot more legit. It's like a structure that's connected, right? There you go. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave it here for now. But I think this was at least gonna take me at least another 2-3 hours, with clearly how I'm rendering and trying to do it and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can see why Kim Jung-il loved to just draw from his imagination, right? Even if it's not perfect, there's just something so fun about creating your own world, right? Even if it makes absolutely zero fucking sense. But you know, that's the beauty of art. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody except it should, because we're trying to create realistic representational art. But apart from that, as an art, I'm gonna stop after I make that pun and explain it. Yes, up art, guys, up art. So I do want one thing here. So I should probably establish it right now with the crack. No. Okay, let's just leave it. But there's gonna be something here as well. Right. Okay, cool. It's getting somewhere, which is nice. But on that note, as always, oh wait, liking, subscribe, I'm fucking begging. Yeah, just do it or don't, right? Obviously, I'd like it if people did, right? This is like, if my fucking life depends on it, but views have really gone down for my channel anyways. I think after the initial exposure Broken Draw gave me, people just realized they don't like me. They've realized that they don't like my thumbnails, right? It's a bit too much, whatever. So that's not the audience I want anyways. I don't want people who don't like my content. I want people who do. So I have a consistent like 20 to 50 people who watch me, and I appreciate you. Like, if you're listening, right? There, hopefully that, you know, made your day a bit better. If you're watching, you know, maybe I can do my little finger wiggles, and then yeah, I appreciate you, so thank you, right? Those of you who do watch. Yeah, apart from the whole, oh my god, I'm a YouTuber, I really appreciate you guys type of shit, it's really nice to have at least a few people who enjoy my content, right? Content, quote unquote. This is just my fucking art practice, but now I'm recording it, so I guess I'm talking while I'm doing it now. But yeah, this is actually going relatively along what I was imagining, so that's cool, that's fun. I'm really happy. But anyways, great session as always. Yeah, as always, fuck, how do I keep fucking this up? As always, fuck you for watching, keep drawing, and please give me money. Thank you.